It's finally here, guys, the season opener for the Packers. After months of waiting and waiting and waiting. Wait, I guess you guys have been doing the same thing with my YouTube videos as well. Oops. The Packers take on the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2024 season opener. No, this game is not taking place at Lambeau Field, nor is it taking place in Philadelphia. It's taking place where both teams haven't been to. Actually, it's taking place where no other NFL team has been to. It's taking place in Brazil, a country where the other football is popular. We call it soccer here. But enough jokes, let's get on with the video. Both teams are looking to start out with a win to kick off the season. Last year, both teams made the playoffs. Green Bay advanced to the divisional round where they lost to the San Francisco 49ers 24-21. Philadelphia, on the other hand, lost in the wild card round to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32-9. The Packers offense is coming off a season where they started off slow, but during the last 8 games of the season, the growth of the offense showed. Jordan Love passed for 4,000 yards and 32 touchdowns, and that was in his first season as the starting quarterback. Meanwhile, the young wide receivers' performances showed the growth they had as well. Romeo Doubs and Jayden Reed tied for the most touchdowns on the team last year with 8. Tight ends Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft also contributed, combining for 707 yards and 3 touchdowns. The offensive line gelled together and protected Love last year, only allowing 30 sacks. Now, the only major change this year on offense is at running back. The Packers signed former Raiders running back Josh Jacobs and released Aaron Jones. Jacobs is coming off what some might call a down season. After rushing for 1,653 yards and 12 touchdowns the season before, he rushed for 805 yards and 6 touchdowns last year. The Packers hope that Jacobs can regain his form from 2022. He has shown that throughout training camp, and the Packers coaching staff seems pretty confident in Jacobs' abilities. The Packers' offense seemingly picked off where they left off last season. During the short time they were on the field in the preseason, the offense looked like they never missed a beat. The real test will come in the season opener as they face a revamped Philadelphia secondary that added Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean at cornerback through the draft. They also signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson through free agency. Defensively, the Packers had a complete makeover. Out is Joe Barry in the 3-4 defense, and in is Jeff Hafley in the 4-3 defense. In the offseason, the team signed the top safety in free agency, Xavier McKinney. They also added through the draft linebacker Cooper Adrian and safeties Javon Bullard and Evan Williams. The team released All-Pro linebacker Devondre Campbell. They also lost Rudy Ford, Jonathan Owens, and Darnell Savage to free agency. The defense will face a big test when they go against the Philadelphia Eagles' high-powered offense. They'll have to contain Hurts, who ran all over the Packers in 2022. And speaking of running, they'll have to contain Saquon Barkley, who signed with the Eagles in the offseason. Barkley has had success against the Packers in the past. Overall, he's had 2 touchdowns and over 100 total yards against the Packers defense. They'll also have to contain A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Last season, they were both 1,000-yard receivers. The defense in the preseason looked good. The first-team defense didn't play too many snaps in the preseason. The defense, though, looked more aggressive, forcing turnovers, getting pressure on the quarterback. The defense will have to rely, though, on the leadership of players like Preston Smith, Quay Walker, and Jaire Alexander to ease the transition to the 4-3 scheme. Look for the Packers defense to be the complete opposite they were last year, as Hafley brings an attacking defense that uses more man coverage than zone coverage. The only thing that has changed on special teams is the kicker. Out is Anders Carlson, and in is Brayden Narveson. Narveson, who was signed off waivers last week from the Titans, will take over the kicking duties. He had a great preseason, making all but one of his field goals, and made all of his extra points. The Packers coaching staff has already said they have confidence in Narveson and his ability to kick under pressure. It'll be interesting to see how the rookie handles the pressure in his first game as a Packer. I think this will be a high-scoring, tight game with two of the best offenses in the NFL. Both offenses are explosive and can put up points. Meanwhile, the defenses are at a phase where it is impossible to predict how they're going to do. With Hafley in the new 4-3 scheme, we're not sure how they will perform. But the same can be said about the new revamped Eagles secondary. My prediction is the Packers will win a close game here, 31-28. As always, you can follow me on X at HowKong, or you can follow me and the rest of the Packers Talk crew at PackersTalk.com. Until next time, guys, see you later, and as always, go Pack Go.